agree what was said on the panel. You see this Terrorblade and you think this TB is ultimately going to carry? Or do you feel the Tickles, they've got what it takes to run him over and just not give Skeeter the chance to get to that sort of critical point where he's able to just run down lanes and end the game?
You know, they've definitely got what it takes on Tickles to run him over. I mean, especially if they could get an early first blood on him here, but they have plenty of disable for him. The thing is, the reason the TB pick comes out is because, like, think of being a Razor trying to, you know, run into a TB and all of those illusions of Scotties and trying to damage drain. Like, you're gonna die. And if you don't die, he just sunders you, and then you do die.
He's looking pretty dead here. Who's gonna take that? Who's gonna get it? Oh, yeah, give Duracho. He says, I'll take that as the carry, and he takes it indeed. First blood, ladies and gentlemen, to Team Tickles.
Yeah, they couldn't give it to their mid. That's the kind of ideal game state, is when your mid gets the first blood, but Duracho, I mean, that's probably the second best hero to get it. That puts him a little bit closer to his Falcon Blade, and that's such a value item to get early. Even the components to it are super value in themselves. So they're super stoked about that as a start.
Well, some fun to be had, of course, from the mid. 9 on his mid Spirit Breaker, a hero that we've been seeing all the more often in this current sort of state of the meta. Incredibly hot, and we'll see what he's able to do with it from the mid lane. He's going to be happy, of course, playing one of those heroes that not everybody's willing to run in the mid. This is sort of 9's specialty.
I like this hero from the mid lane. Like, did you know that a fully slotted Spirit Breaker one-shots Mega Creep waves? Mega Creeps. You kill them.
Well, when you it just clears the whole wave.
The charge. It clears the entire wave. Yeah, you get it with the Kaya and Yasha.
Yep.
Phase boots.
And
the amplification on top of the 20 talent for the charge speed. Yeah, you one-shot Mega Creep waves, which is, I mean, that's an insane amount of burst damage. It's like, how many creeps or how many heroes struggle with Mega Creeps?
I mean, who else can one-shot a Mega Creep wave?
I don't know. I mean, one-shot the wave?
One-shot in Mega Creeps is pretty wild.
The entire wave is like, I can't think of a single hero.
Does Lina with like sort of the right items and the shard do it with the Laguna Blade?
Probably.
I know a lot.
Maybe not, actually.
Maybe not even that, yeah.
Not even that much. Yeah, Spirit, it just scales. It just scales so well. So I love the hero with items. It really feels like a great hero with items, and the early laning can feel weird in side lanes. Try laning this, Tickles.
Go for it, or at least starting with it. I mean, well, they're going to go for the action. Of course, you bring 3 heroes down and you expect to get a kill, they'll be able to do it. Maybe a bit of an answer to, you know, Fada wanting to run the support gyro, just sort of put a tri-lane down in. Not a lot that a support gyro is going to be able to do against 3 heroes on top of him.
You're totally right about that. I think it is a response to the support gyro, and we see this also as a response to Beastmaster, Lycan, Sand King. Like, there are certain heroes that just really struggle in the early levels against 3 heroes, but against 2, they're perfectly fine. And Team Tickles, I mean, I think they're the team that we've seen aggressive tri-lane the most in this division, at least. Like, they do this a lot. They really seem to like doing it.
Yeah.
Usually it's Ace that's the one that's playing in the safe lane, though. This is a little odd, Duracho being up here on his own, but he seems to be faring, you know, just fine.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you know, he's not having any issues so far. I mean, Tundra trying to do what they can with the creep manipulation, but Dracho's still going to have a wave coming in under the tower towards him. So he's going to look to get a few hits in with the level 2 Metamorphosis and Reflection.
Yeah, Duracho, he's opting to pull the creeps behind his tower.
Yeah.
And that's going to recreate this equilibrium. And then the next
He could probably go for a link. Yeah, he's now going to get TP back up. They're going to have Celery sit here. Even things out. They got what they came for with the setup down bottom. That tri-lane got them a kill.
Yep. Some solo XP to Duracho. He's happy.
Yeah, we're seeing mid so far. Boom having the edge against 9. 15 for 3 against the 10 for 1.
Seems only natural.
Yeah.
It seems only natural. You know, melee hero that's not particularly strong at laning versus a ranged hero who is actually quite good at laning, especially from the mid lane. 33 struggling.
Yeah, had to deal with the 3 heroes in his face to start off with the first few waves, and it's showing. Ace was secured that better start. Top lane. So they can make a go for snaking. Looks like they've got nothing else. Grasp had already been used. No further slow for the IO. Still with the setup that they have achieved it across the board, just having that better time ready for all 3 cores in the lanes here, Team Tickles. They're definitely set up for the favorable first few waves of the laning stage.
Yeah, it's smart, because if you think about like Tidehunter, for example, if you get a couple of levels on him and you have some levels in Anchor Smash and Gush, all of a sudden you have like a ton of burst damage and damage reduction. Razor as well, you get 2 levels in his W or his Q. Like, you do so much more damage with just a little bit of levels and a little bit of farm. It feels like really nice heroes to secure the lanes like this. Celery goes for a point in living armor, so playing on the more defensive side rather than aggressive. You know, I like that here because I feel like what's going to happen is somebody's going to get charged, and with the living armor, if they don't have Brult, it's going to be quite hard to kill any of these heroes with just the Spirit Breaker charge. So it's like this early pointed living armor basically makes it so that somebody has to kind of really mess up in order to die. They're trialing again. Yeah, they're TPing in.
I guess at this point, you know, down bottom, Ace has had a good enough start that he can be left on his own. Shouldn't really die to these 2 heroes with the levels that he's got. He's going to be hitting 4, you know, whilst Fada's still down at 2. So this tide, unless Ace is suddenly found too deep and aggressive, he shouldn't die to these 2. He's going to be fine. In top lane, just keeping that pressure up onto Skeeter, making sure this TB has a slow start. Well, they may have stepped too close now this time round, as Tundra will look to run down Tofu with the Metamorphosis. Living armor, stick charges. Is it going to do enough? Verify popped as well. Glimpses back the IO. Skeeter's able to get a couple more hits, and it's not enough, though. Tofu will live, and time has been bought for Duraccio to move around, grasp with the slow. They turn it around. They get the kill on Skeeter. Snaking will be able to live, tethering back over to the creep wave. But again, Team Tickles, this opening, they're looking to just play that a little bit smarter than Tundra so far. Outplay.
So there's the effectiveness of the living armor there, turning that around. Man, if Snaking could have got in front in order to get the tether slow off, I think Tofu just dies there, no problem. But like, he just could not get in front for the body block. Tofu was not letting him have it. So just super well played by Tickles there.
Yeah, just really smart stuff in terms of where their heroes are right in these first 5 minutes. The decision to have the 3 down bottom and then moving to top at the right moment. It's been bang on so far from Tickles.
100%. 100%. Like I said, people are looking at this team for their innovation. And their early game seems so strong.
I mean, mid, they try and get in aggressive onto Tofu. They don't get away with it. I see Boom, and he's able to dodge that, pick up a haste route. They won't be able to chase him down. In fact, Boom's going to look to maybe chase them. He's got his eyes on the courier first. He'll take that out. Oh, comes in from 9, jumps over towards Tofu. He's running him down. Is he actually able to even get the last hit off onto him? Tofu's under the tower. Charge is back up, so 9 will manage to get in and get the kill. Boom's still diving for Snaking with the remainder of this haste rune. Will be able to get him, and missiles his way, but there's a phase shift at the ready. Boom, he'll be able to run. We'll see if there's any chance of Tundra to chase. There isn't. They've got no vision down on their side of the jungle, so no chance of catching out the pup. Boom will return to the mid tower and be able to clear back off the wave.
Yeah, very good by Tickles so far. I mean, you know, 9 getting a kill, definitely important. We talked about this Spirit Breaker hero and how he scales phenomenally well. It is a disruptor for Wisp trade, not the most important thing.
Oh, 33's courier, that's the Meteor Hammer recipe gone. So that'll even slow down 33's game even more.
Oh, Skeeter's just dead.
Wait, what?
He just got low from jungling.
It disappeared. Boom, there, he's gone.
Dude, that's just a freebie for him.
I mean, a top lane as well, Snaking. Okay, he'll be all right with the tether. But yeah, Skeeter's game, it's not been easy. The way they set up the lanes, he struggled to get a good start top, and now dying inside of his own triangle area. They're just really keeping Tundra on the back foot very early on here. This pressure from Tickles, it's as if they knew exactly what to expect from Tundra's opening this game.
I'm super impressed with their rotations in the early game. I would love to hear the comms on like exactly why they did everything. I mean, that's their secret sauce, so we'll never hear that. But 100% these tri-lanes that they keep forming for like short periods, this is what is giving them the lead in the game, 100%. Because that's what forced That's what forced Skeeter into the triangle there, and you see that pickoff with Puck. It's not one of these things where, like, if this is a free game for TB, there's no way he's walking into the triangle there, level 4, low HP from the jungle. The guy's going to have 2 more stat items at 2 more levels, and he's going to be jungling in his own jungle, and totally fine, right? So it's like these forced lane rotations from Tundra, because Tickles is starting with tri-lanes and sending people to go aggro. It's like, this is stuff you don't really deal with currently in Dota. Like, lanes are pretty normal usually, just duo versus duo.
I'm looking for the vision. They might get the glimpse back here. Tofu, they will be able to reach in, grab Vada back into the hands of Boom. And looks like they won't be able to chase him down though. Potential of 9 charging in was there. Has an arcane in the bottle, so could go for a bit of aggressive play. He's going to pop it and try and chase Celery. Leads him with the ult. Actually knocks him over into the Roche pit a little awkwardly there. Still has the vision for the charge over.
Wait.
And now he's getting back out of the pit.
What's going on?
He's been in and he's been out. And he's actually going to be out. He's going to get out of vision.
Oh no.
Nine's going to try and chase, try and catch it, some sort of vision of. He's not going to be able to do so. Going in and out of the pit there, bashed around, and to Celery's success, he's able to walk away.
How can you keep a straight face? Celery just dead, man. It's like, yep, that's what I predicted. No, it's not.
I mean, we'll see it here again.
This is one of the strangest interactions that I've seen in a long time.
I don't think we've ever seen this before.
It's like, oh, I'm never.
Maybe what's you get knocked over the wall once,
not twice. Not twice. Yeah.
And it's, Celery, he thought it was probably all going to go south after he got caught out on the back of a failed TP, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
He's back out the pit. He walks it off.
Yeah. That's one of those scenarios where if you're Tundra, you're just thinking like, holy shit, we can't catch a break, dude. Like, we really can't catch a break. The good news, though, for Tundra is that that was with an Arcane Rune on their Spirit Breaker, so it's not like, he's got his ult cooldown up again, so didn't cost that many resources, but of course you would like to get the kill there. And now we're transitioning to the point where Celery is going to hold the top lane, maxing out the armor, just delay the game for a little while. His team can farm up the jungle and come into the lane once the jungle is dead.
And 9. It's ready to set up. I mean, they want to dive in. They've got the setup at 9, and 33 has to split the ready. Duracho, he's bailing out this top lane. Knows they're hunting for action, and he's not going to let them have it. Goes straight down towards the bottom lane, and maybe look to get a kill of their own as they've got their eyes on Fada. Ace with the chase down. Duracho's got the follow-up. Fada, he's not going to be able to walk away from this. Yeah, not quite. That last tick coming in from Duracho. They take him down, and they'll be able to start pushing for the tier 1 bottom. Same to be set up top. As you say, Celery is going to be the factor slowing down this trade for Tundra.
I do want to talk for a second about the item build on 33. Like, this guy has some of the most creative item builds in offlane. If you want to see what like the latest and greatest builds are, you just click the 33's profile, and like usually he's the one that's inventing the offlane builds. I love the theory of Meteor Hammer on Panda, because when you think about Panda, like, he runs at a tower and he's got this split. It's just one of the most powerful abilities in the game at this point. People just run away from him, right? You leave a support there to soak the lane. So this lets him actually push towers when people run away from him. And sure, you get the deny, but still, it's just a Panda in an IO that are sitting in a lane, free-farming, getting the tower. It's really smart. Tidehunters, similarly, will sometimes go for a Meteor Hammer for the same reason. You run away from the guy with Ravage, right?
For 9. Charge himself across the kinetic field. Quickly get dragged back, though. By the Glimpse. Now coming in with a cooldown, but Ace has the Ravage, and they'll look to just blow up Snaking. They'll manage to do so. That's the IO taken down. 33 commits with the split onto Duracho. Static Storm's down. 9's got to keep himself at a distance, but he's been leashed as well by the Dream Coil of Boom. He'll fall. Duracho still somehow alive. 33 trying to finish him off. He's not going to be able to do so. 33 can't catch Duracho. He'll turn, hold his ground with a Meteor Hammer, but the phase shift dodges there from Boom. Takes out 33 as well. Everybody from Team Tickles able to walk that one off as Team Tickles turn around the fight. They're ready to push down mid, and this lead only just growing and growing for Tickles, reaching about a 5k lead, 12 minutes in, 11-1.
That was not damage, right? There's no way Tree did that much damage. A healing done, okay. Well, that's big heals as well. I mean, that's massive. Yeah, that does make sense. Puck doing the most damage. He's got his Witchblade on Boom. He's super huge right now. He's kind of the he's the most important hero in the game for Team Tickles. If there's ever any point where he can't get to the fight, that's when Tundra wants to take the fight. But
yeah.
He's getting Boots of Travel next on Puck, which is pretty typical. So he can be everywhere now. He can clear waves and get super fat, but then also show up to fights.
I mean, for Tundra, what's the sort of move to get their way back into the game? Do you still just keep having to hunt for action with 9?
I think, yeah, I think you can hunt and go for pickoffs. Like, if you can catch a support like this, I mean, he's getting back up, so it's not that easy. But if you can get him when he's alone.
I mean, they were really trying to get at least Tofu here with the cooldown. It's close. They will find him, but it is this trade, of course. Fada having to give his life to take down Tofu. That's honestly space, because I think what you probably want to play for is the Terrorblade item timing of maybe Scotty. They might try to take one fight when he has a Manta, but like Scotty is big because it means he can survive the Ravage, he can survive the Disruptor ulti, Puck silence, and then he can turn around, Sunder, kill somebody with the Scotty. So yeah, you're just delaying for your Terrorblade to get a little bit of safe farm right now if you're Tundra. And Terrorblade's a 1v5 type hero, so you do always have to be careful letting him free farm. It is one of those heroes that, as long as he's the one that's at top of net worth, even if your entire team is behind, he can still 1v5. Now, in this case, he is not doing so hot in terms of net worth. So, unless some stuff goes really well for him, he takes some big Ancient stack, gets a couple of kills in a fight, it doesn't look like we're going to see that 1v5 Terrorblade, at least not as things are going. Top Snake King.
Snake King's dead.
He's not got any way out of this one. Another kill for Boom. I mean, Boom with a very clean KDA so far, 8-0-0.
Yeah, they don't even have to use Coil for it. He doesn't even bother wasting it. That's how confident they are in taking that fight.
Skeeter's got to be a bit careful here. Tofu did play for the glimpse, see if Skeeter had stepped up prior, but it wasn't the case. Vada has still come in.
He TP'd in, so if they want to dive him, he's stuck there. But now it looks like they're worried about who else may have TP'd or will TP.
And they want to fight bottom. They want to fight bottom. They're going to look for 33. See if they can combo him down before the silence ends. They can. No chance for a split. As 33 is taken down, they'll hold on to the tier 1 tower.
That was a really good play because they know that Fada TP top. There's absolutely no way that he's going to get bought. The other heroes maybe could TP, but they've only got the outpost to TP2 or the tier 2 tower. So 33, way too far up. It's very low commitment for your Puck with the travels to go take that kill. Coil, very low cooldown too. So yeah, 33 was just kind of a freaky there.
He might spot 9. He's going to hunt into the trees. He's got his eyes on 9. Goes straight in. Has the setup. Backup's coming in from Boom and Duracho. 9. He's not going to get a chance to get out of this between the silence and the root. 9 taking out Boom godlike 15 minutes in. I mean, Tickles, they are just continuing to roll over Tundra so far.
Disruptor is such a good answer to Spirit Breaker because not only can you glimpse his charge and he can never get away from you, as Tofu probably will end up going down here for this D ward.
He's got the field to lock the 3 of them back. Missile heading his way, but he has Celery and Duracho by his side. Snake King tethers over to safety for now. Ace is going to look to run them down. Does have a Ravage if he wants to. Doesn't need it for Snake King. Ace will just take him down with the chase with the right clicks alone. TP up to the top. They know Skeeter's on his own. Duracho not quite able to set up with the slow, but the sweep around from Boom, they may catch this Terrorblade. Dreamcore's the ready, tries to throw it out, but doesn't quite catch Skeeter, so Skeeter will make it out in time.
He had to be so careful with that TP because of the Glimpse and the Dream Coil. It's such a long range. Now there's no Dream Coil available. 33 should be fine. Yeah. He's chilling. Team Tickles is doing a really good job at protecting each other. They're being really fast with punishing Tundra whenever they're showing that they've TP'd somebody somewhere and that somebody else is out of position. Like, they're not letting Tundra get out on the map at all. No,
look at them just running at them. They're looking at 33, ready to try and make the move. There's a Ravage at the ready. Split. It's going to be put on hold here. Silence. And even again, at this stage, they're killing him without the need of ultimates. They're that far ahead right now, Team Tickles.
Well, they do have the Glimpse.
That
will be used on Fada.
I've got him. Duracho commits with the BKB. Doesn't want to be slowed down by the missile stun. 18-2. Team Tickles looking on absolute fire right now.
Yeah, they're destroying, man. I mean, this is one of those games, like, it's hard to theory craft a way back into it. It looks like Skeeter's going for BKB. He just, like, all in on the defense. I mean, you're against Tidehunter Ravage and Puck Coil and Disruptor spells, like, all of these things you need to BKB. But then I worry, you're just going to get tree ultied. And then you get a Manta, and you have 2 items that are purely defensive.
Let's see him go for Skeeter. Primal Split has been used by 33. And Skeeter, he's glimpsed back into the Static Storm. And of course, at this stage, pre-BKB, no way to get out of it all. With the split, they did get the trade, taking down Dyrachyo. See if they can go for more. They know that a few ults have been used by Tickles. And go for the charge in onto Celery. Bashes there from 9. Have they got enough damage to bring down this tree? The cooldown's there, but Celery's out with the living armor. 9 tries to turn towards Boom. Celery hides in the trees. Missile will hit on towards him, but he's deep in the tree line. Snaking's going to be the first to fall out of this. A huge kind of 3-on-3. Celery charge taken out by 9, but Boom, he'll have the burst to take down the Spirit Breaker. Tofu's able to run out with the pig pole. Fada can't keep himself on top of the Disruptor. Boom finishes off the Fada's gyro, and 33 just has to hide and hope for the best. His TP up in 20 seconds. He'll have to sit in the trees. A bit of a strike back there from Tundra.
Dude, though, I mean, that was without the Ravage Aghanim Scepter Tidehunter. Like, he is very strong at the moment. He's a really big part of Team Tickles' heroes, and he wasn't there. And still, Tickles takes the advantage.
He's going to show himself in lane. There's a glimpse at the ready. There won't be a TP out for him. And of course, as you can see, 33 is going for sort of the let's hold and try and scale late, buying that Midas. But unfortunately for him, he's not going to get to use it for 35 seconds. He may have it done, but he's dead.
Now, we have seen this exact thing on Brewmaster work before. I think at TI. It might have been... No, I don't think it was LGD, because they usually win the early game. There was some...
Was it... wasn't Ice doing it, was it?
I don't think so.
No. Going for the recovery Midases.
I don't remember what to, but the recovery Midas on Brewmaster, definitely something that you have to look out for. Like, if he gets Agham's Refresher, it's such a strong timing that even though he might be, you know, 4th or 5th in net worth, it's still like it's a lot of effective net worth because the hero just gets so strong with the ult.
Now Tickles only going to get stronger here. This Roshan should be theirs and will push them very close to having the goal for Dyrachyo's full refresher orb. It's 20 minutes in. All 3 of their cores looking extremely stacked at this stage. Of course, Tundra not taking any chances heading towards the pit. They know they can't fight into this Ravage.
Seems like, just a freebie on Fada. Fada also, you know, doing the 33 tactic, just trying to kind of push out the lanes. It's interesting to see that Dyrachyo is so confident in their position in this game that he doesn't feel like he needs a plate mail. He's just going straight refresher Aghanims, which is to push towers. It's very not defensive.
So 33 go for the split. Snaking tries to take him out, but caught back by the pull of the glimpse. He doesn't get out of there. 33 will. So 33 will survive as the split comes to an end. So just trying their best to buy time for Skeeter.
Yep, and he does have his BKB. He disassembled the Dragonlance for it. So going for another Dragonlance. And I imagine probably you have to get a Manta after that just because there's the tree.
No, I think so.
But maybe you just commit for the Scotty and say, like, okay, I'm going to hopefully BKB off the tree ult, use that BKB to also BKB the Ravage, and then have the Scotty for damage. Like, maybe... I kind of feel like if he goes pure defensive on Skeeter, they're not going to have enough damage to win fights.
They're going to try and catch Dyrachyo. He is on his own, but he's got the Aegis and has that BKB refresher. Let's see if they can take him down the couple of times they need to. And it's the once, and they'll sort of head back. Actually smoking, knowing that time's been bought for Team Tickles to head over with backup, and they don't want to fight with the rest of it. Skeeter Hall, very close there. Boom nearly catching Skeeter on top of Snaking in the trees with the Dream Core, but wasn't to be the case. Skeeter does manage to escape. Snaking, not so much.
They get the triple wave cut, not bad. All right, well, I think you're probably pretty happy with that if you're Tundra. That's a solid timing. Tickles definitely, you know, the panel talked about it. They want to end kind of early. You don't really want to go late game versus a Terrorblade, as Terrorblade Brewmaster sounds quite spooky. With a Razor as your carry. You know, we saw how much damage the TB just did to the Razor, especially when he has no armor items. That gets even worse when he gets a Scotty, because Razor is a ranged hero, so Scotty even more effective. Is going to go for something defensive next in the Satanic.
Skeeter, and they know he's got the BKB, and he has got Snaking by his side. We'll get glimpsed back. The Ravage popped here to try and isolate Snaking. Boom. In with a burst, Snaking is going to get taken out before he can escape, and now they're on top of Skeeter, and Skeeter does not have backup. The BKB comes to an end. He's got a Sunder. We'll buy him a little bit of time, but with the 4 Team Tickles beating down upon him, he still falls.
9 is just wave cutting. Yeah, not much else you can do. So is 33. Closing in on the Ags, though. Like, Tundra is... I don't want to say stabilizing in terms of the, you know, the gold lead, because we're up 2K since we last looked at it, or 1K maybe. But they're not, it's not like exponentially increasing for Tickles right now. You can see there's a little bit of a dip there. So Tundra is doing a decent job staying in the game, despite the, you know, early game going so poorly for them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower
Actually uses the Tumbler's toy. I'm sure he could grab a tier 2 item, but the Tumbler's toy is probably better for wave cutting, because he can juke like this.
And backup's coming in for Tundra. Charge from 9 over towards Boom. Boom. He's going to be caught out with the opening, but the Static Storm backup's there for Tofu. Split was out in time for 33. Root from Celery holds them all in position, though, and 9 ends up just dying to the overwhelming damage of Boom and Tofu. Fada trying to push on and chase down the Disruptor, but he cannot do so, as Fada will desperately try and clear out the creep wave. He's not going to be able to do so in time, as Fada goes down. 33 having to hide. Snaking's coming over to maybe take him out if he needs to do so. 33 in the trees going for a TP. The vision's there for the glimpse to put it to an end. 33 down. A third kill in a row there for Tickles, and Snaking not able to get over in time to try and save with a relocate sort of plays into the trees. They're looking to catch the vision of him to put a stop to it. They won't find him, so Snaking escapes. And more kills added to the tally here of Tickles. 31-4, quite some numbers here on the kill difference.
100% MVP goes to Tofu for that engagement, maybe for this whole game. If he doesn't position there where he can get the Static Storm off, then 9 will get Nether Strike off, and then 100% Boom dies and feeds a ton of net worth. And then also with the glimpse after to follow up.
See if they can get Duraccio. We've got 4 heroes on Duraccio right now, no backup inside. They'll lock him down with the stun combo, they've done it. A solid kill there. Well, isolate him completely as he was on his own little island around that triangle. Tundra, they weren't going to let him get away with that one.
Yeah, biting off a little bit more than he can chew there on Duraccio. I can understand the desire to, you know, try to choke out this game and make sure that Tundra isn't getting anything, even in your own triangle, especially when you have the global tree heal, but you're playing against a Terrorblade. I mean, this hero still does a lot of damage, and I like that he's going for a Silver Edge.
Coming in bottom with a relocate move. Accelerate. Hold them back with the ultimate, trying to step away with the living armor, but the damage will be enough to bite through it. Boom in with the counterplay, jumps in onto the IO, Snaking goes down. Skeeter trying to escape now, but with the BKB on cooldown, he's going to struggle. Doesn't manage to outrun the reach of the Ravage. He will turn with the Sunder. But what more does he have? He has got 33 backing him up, 9 in with the charge, but the damage of the Thunderstrike is ticking him down low. Pops the stick charges, Skeeter's somehow still alive. He makes it away. Skeeter's able to step back. 9 and 33, not quite having enough to bring down Ace as they focus towards the Tide. Boom was searching for Skeeter, seeing if he could burst him in the tree line, but Snaking's come back in with the heals, and Skeeter's able to TP out. Tundra minimalizing the casualties here as Team Tickles chase onwards. They'll look for Snaking, the glimpse back drags him in to the field after the attempted tether away. He should fall here, no further options for escape. But all in all, Tundra only losing the IO there after what was a pretty full-on attempt from Tickles. It's definitely not the worst of situations they've found themselves in this game.
Can outrun the Ravage. Skeeter does manage to survive, though. Like, he is feeling quite a bit tankier. I think with Dyrachyo being dead, you just don't quite have enough damage for him. Oh, man.
Yeah, going down to about 6 HP or something?
Yeah, he was just about to die. I mean, Dyrachyo respawns immediately. He's like, this is what would have happened if I was in the last fight. I'll even take your courier, too. Man, I feel like Tofu is completely dismantling Tundra right now with his Disruptor, and Tickles is playing around it extremely well. Like, all of them are trying to go in to give him vision for the glimpses. He keeps glimpsing the IO back. You have the glimpse also for the Spirit Breaker. You have the glimpse to interrupt the Primal Split into the silence for the Primal Split. Like, this is a good Disruptor game, and he's always there at the worst possible time for Tundra. He's playing it so well this game.
With this wave of switch, 33 will be... Yeah, he's got the Aghanims. So 33, yeah, can he be that sort of key component to turn around what seems to be a pretty tough game for Tundra? As you said, in the past, Brews have managed to do it in the late game.
Yeah, they can pull. You can pull the game back with this hero. You get the levels, you get the talent where the Brewlings become, you know, borderline unkillable with the Brewlings' health. And, yeah, you can, you know, we saw in the last fight how strong the ult was. I mean, to be fair, Dyrachyo wasn't there for that fight, and he is pretty good at killing those Pandalings.
Oh, good way to start the fire. Boom, straight in with the Rift and the Coil. They've snapped it onto the Brew. 33 can't get the split off in time. Big jump from Boom. Tundra, they weren't prepared for that one. Fada and 33 getting caught completely off guard.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Was that a glimpse to snap the coil?
I think it was the pushback of the Shard waning Rift, right?
No, he doesn't have a shard.
Oh, he doesn't?
No. Oh, no, he's Psychic Headband.
Oh, it's the headband.
Okay,
that was what
cool.
the pushback was coming from.
That's
yeah.
Very impactful. Usually you don't get quite enough range on that to push back and break the coil. So that coil's pretty huge. Yeah, they not even going to defend the tower. They may come back for the actual racks, though, because it's not like Team Tickles has the fastest sieging in the world. They're cutting the wave, too. So as long as this range creep dies, they're chilling. Yeah, Tickles doesn't even bother.
Nah, they'll look. They've got a creep wave coming in on the top lane. Get this tier 2 tower. 9. Oh, yeah, he's going to charge in. Now, put a stop to him for now with the coil. The chase down is there. Put the BKB, it won't save him. Booms in with the last touch. 33's tried to come over, has got the split this time, able to get it off. We'll see what he can do with a few rounds of this, but it looks like he's just having a run.
Okay. I love these ward and sentries that Celery has on the ground. Especially a lane ward and sentry against Spirit Breaker. Like, in this position, you know that he's going to be charging waves like that, right? If that ward and sentry isn't there, he just charges through, snaps the coil with huge amounts of status resistance, and he doesn't die, and it just is a wasted coil. Yeah, I mean, the ward and the sentry just very nicely played by Celery. A guy who thinks a lot about warding. Like I said, I think Tickles, one of the things that they do really uniquely is their early game smokes pre-game in their wards are a lot of teams have copied what they do for that. So it doesn't surprise me that there's other like innovative wards that Celery likes to put down. I mean, this guy's like, what is he? The highest rated support player in Western EU. He's like 11K now.
No, I think, well, yeah, at least he did hit that.
He's
and
very
as far as I'm aware, he's still around that.
He's very high rated. Not easy to do as a 5.
Roshan to be all theirs, and that could be what they were needing to have that final bit of power to push up Tiger, and now he will have the shard.
Now
as
he's
well.
got the Ag Shard.
So he's got 2 ways to break
Yeah,
the coil.
he can Ag Shard, and then off of that, use the Psychic Headband.
And then that'll do it, right? That's going to snap the coil.
I'm pretty sure that's like an almost guaranteed coil snap. If you're doing it from a,
Yeah, because he's going to have the cast range, of course.
Yeah.
With the orb.
Yeah, Octarine Core 2.
Ooh, Skeeter sneaking around down here. They're going to try and get a fight going. See if they can focus down this Razor. They've done so the once. They'll bite through that Aegis. Can they do it a second time? They turn towards Boom. They've got the stun lock. Here's how we get the phase shift off in time, and now the BKB Razor starts to come in. Tundra, they've got a split. 9 won't be able to get away. Skeeter, he's on the run here. Taken out by the relocate. Skeeter will get back to safety. 33 pops the split. There's no more fight to be had if for Tundra. It's just a point of escaping and continuing to do their best to cut these creep waves. As 33 will manage to deal with the bottom one. Fada dealing with the middle.
Yeah, that's a wave cutting split right there. And I imagine, oh man, 33 actually took the Earth Panda, so he's still bot. He does have TP though, so he's being a little bit greedy down there. I saw him run the Wind Panda away, and I was thinking, with the Aghanims, he's obviously going to take that Panda away.
But he wants to stick around. But I mean, he knows to keep this game going, he has to go all in on the cut.
Yeah, I respect it. Might end up getting him killed, but you know, it's gotten him this far. It is 6-40 though, so maybe that's not the right phrasing.
I mean, it's keeping the game going.
It is.
This constant kind of creep cutting from Tundra has been what sort of stopped them from just straight up losing this game so far.
I mean, God, this has got to be one of the biggest shellackings of upper division so far. I mean, this is like that's a lot of kills. I didn't realize it was that much. As we've just been watching, and there's a lot of fighting going on, but there's not a lot of killing going on for the side of Tundra.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty wild. I think I would have thought a lot of people coming into this series probably expected a close match. This game one, so far at least, has not been close, really. No. Team Tickles turning up hot and ready, and Tundra just not quite prepared for this first match, as it seems. As Team Tickles have outplayed them completely.
Wow. Dude, Celery's the highest rated player in this game as a 5. What a legend. That's insane. How is he mentally stable after playing 5 position in pubs to that rank? Maybe he's not.
See bottom 9. Going for the TP out. He'll live with the BKB. The final set of racks. That's all that Tundra have standing here in the base right now. And there's the boom. He's going to go straight in with the jump. So looks to start off the action. 9 holding back with the ult. Managed to see what sort of target he can find. Fada will get dragged back into his death. Fada out for 50, no buyback. The Team Tickles, they'll continue the push. Look to end this final set of racks. BKB refresher, pop by Duracio. The overgrowth is caught. The Terrorblade off the side. Skeeter trying to get in on the action, but the Ravage is up. Skeeter taken down. No buyback for him. And neither for Snaking. Triple kill for Duracio. GG is called. Team Tickles are looking terrifyingly good here in this game one. 43-6, 36k lead. My goodness. And against Tundra, a team that's only